Hello everyone, this is Jodo Caden from Caden Gaming, and I'm bringing to you Thaumcraft2, a Minecraft mod. Now I'm actually using the Technic launcher, just because that adds a lot of useful mods, but I'm mainly going to be focusing on Thaumcraft2. As you can see, I'm using a couple of things, like the Divining Rod. That's mainly just so I don't have to spend forever getting resources. I won't actually be using that very much. And the Iron Furnace, just because I couldn't get the Thalmic Furnace working for a little bit. But anyway, unfortunately when I was recording this, the first part got cut out when I was making these basic machines. So I'll just be going over those again. Anyway, this is the Crucible. Basically, you use it to break down items into vis, which is basically the power of this mod. These are pipes, also known as conduits. Oh yeah, before I forget, the Crucible's crafting recipe, for those of you who don't know, is the furnace on the bottom, any sort of crystal, any one of these crystals, except taint. I'm pretty sure taint doesn't work. On the top, and an iron block, no, not an iron block, a cauldron in the middle. Anyway, the recipe for conduits is redstone in the middle, glass panes, not glass, glass panes. Wait, let me just make the recipe. It'll be easier. And imagine this rotting flesh is redstone. And imagine these are wooden planks. These little bits of wood. Just because I don't want to bother getting wooden planks and stuff out of my other chest. But anyway, that's the crafting recipe for conduits. I won't go over the other crafting recipes because that'll take too long. I'll just talk about what they do. But anyway, if you really want to look up crafting recipes, go to the Technic Wiki. Just Google Technic Wiki and it ought to lead you there. But anyway, this thing... Oh yeah, there are two types of energy in this. Vis and taint. In the early game, taint is more of a byproduct. It's not really an energy source which you want. It mainly is just a byproduct created by all your machines. Whenever you change something into vis, it also creates some taint. Now this is the basic crucible. It turns an item into 50% into vis, 50% into taint. So it's not that efficient, but it's the earliest one. Anyway, this pumps the taint out of my pipe system and into the atmosphere. Well, that's not very good for the atmosphere, and in the long run, it's going to kill the atmosphere. For now, it's fine. We don't care about being eco-friendly. And now, I'm not doing that just to make a joke about being eco-friendly. Bad things will actually happen in this mod if you pump too much taint out into the atmosphere. Later, I'll probably actually deliberately be doing that to get various tainted items. But anyway, this is the infuser. The texture on it's really good. I know not a lot of people bother to look at these, but just take a look at this. Whoever did this, yikes. For Minecraft, this is a very good texture. Oh yeah, speaking of textures, for those of you who want to see me not using the regular Minecraft texture pack, if you guys could suggest an appropriate texture pack, because I'm using Tekkit, or Technic. Tekkit's the multiplayer version, and unfortunately it doesn't have Thaumcraft. But anyway, since I'm using Technic, a lot of mods don't have all the textures for these, so that's why I'm just using the standard texture pack, because or else you'd end up with a lot of untextured things, which would be quite unfortunate. But anyway, just post down below in the comments if you have any texture packs to suggest. Anyway, here, this is the infuser. You put items in one of these 6 slots, and the infuser will use vis, which I have quite a bit of it in here right now. It'll use up some vis and combine those items into a new item, such as this. The recipe for this was a fire crystal, an iron block, and a furnace, I think, all in the infuser, and a certain amount of vis. As you can see, I have a decent amount of vis right here. I just threw a bunch of items in there in the last video. As you probably saw, I just threw some torches in. That raised the amount of vis. And in a second you should see, wait, let me throw some more stuff in. Well, it's not doing it right now, but it'll pump black stuff out, this thing. That's it pumping the taint out into the atmosphere. But anyway, this is the Thalmic Furnace. I can put stuff in here. It has multiple slots. You can queue up things. Also, as you can see, whenever something's not smelting, it does not waste energy. It'll just keep this amount. You see the things half filled with this blackish stuff? If if I put something in, let me find something to smelt. One bit of wood will do. If I put something in, it'll turn red and it'll smelt this. And as you can see, it'll just hold on to that energy, and it won't waste it. It's also faster than a regular furnace, and it has a chance to double items when connected to an active vis source. So overall, it's a pretty good furnace. But anyway, I think that's all I covered in the first video. I'll be doing most of the mining and resource gathering off screen. If you guys want to see that, just tell me. I mean, I wouldn't mind showing you guys that, but I figured you guys didn't want to watch me getting tons of stuff. You'll just have to take my word for the fact that everything in this playthrough is completely gotten legit. None of this is spawned. I mean, you could say, I'm on to you, since you're doing this off screen just because you want to spawn stuff. No, I'm actually gathering everything. You'll just have to take my word for it. If you really want, I'll be more than happy to show you videos of me doing it all. I might actually just put that in a special section, just for those of you guys who think I'm spawning stuff. I think I might just put at least one mining video just in a special area. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. More parts to come. I'll be showing you some really interesting things. I know this was a pretty lousy part, but unfortunately the first part got deleted because my recording software is acting up. But anyway, if the quality is bad, I'm sorry about that. I'm using a new recording software, so it's a little bit buggy. But anyway, hopefully it should be improving. And anyway, I'll see you all later. I hope you enjoyed this. Hopefully the parts to come will be a lot better than this. I'll see you all later. Alright everyone, I'm back. I'm actually going to merge this with the first part because I just checked and I saw it wasn't that large. It was only about 5 minutes or 6 minutes, something like that. But anyway, in this part, I'll be showing you how to make the vis detector. Now, the vis detector requires a number of things. 1 second, guys, excuse me. Alright, everyone, sorry about that, and I'm back. But anyway, to make a vis detector, you need a compass, a gold block, and a vis crystal. Actually, I think you may be able to use any sort of crystal. Let me test that. I'm not sure. But anyway, you need a compass, which I'm going to be making right now, a piece of gold, and a crystal of some kind. I think it may have to be a vis crystal. Yeah, it has to be a vis crystal. And you need a certain amount of vis. As you can see, it's piping that in and making it. And there, I now have my vis detector. With this, I can see how much vis is in the atmosphere. And luckily, I settled in an area with quite a lot of vis. As you can see, I have a silver tree right outside, which only occur in high vis areas. So which means I should be able to mess around with the atmosphere quite a lot, and it shouldn't make me suffer too much. But anyway, now I can check how much vis is in each machine, which is very helpful. It's more fun than game-changing, but it's just helpful and useful. But anyway, there's also another one of these, which is like it's like this, but it detects taint, which is the negative energy, basically the bad energy. It's the opposite recipe. Well, by opposite, I mean it's the same recipe with a taint crystal. And as you can see, it slowly goes up. I'm slowly running out of vis, as you can see. That's going down. And there I have a taint detector. I can see how much taint is in my network. There's a lot of taint here, which should get piped out. I don't know why it's not getting piped out. I don't know. I'll have to look into that later. But anyway, these two tools will help me see how much taint and vis are in the atmosphere and in my network of systems. And that will really help out later in the game. As you can see, I have a lot of vis in this area and very little taint, so this is an excellent spot to start. I may actually have to move this thing. Let me try moving this and see if this will work better. Ah yes, now it's starting to pipe the taint out, as you can see. Taint is slowly getting piped out, and it's slowly going down. Unfortunately, slowly the taint level in the atmosphere is rising. So after a while, this could be very, very bad for me. But anyway, in the next video, I'll be showing you how to make arcane bores, which are really fun. Though I'm actually going to need to go to the nether and get some glowstone. Not to make them, as far as I know. I can't actually remember the recipe. I know it requires gold and some sort of enchanted stuff. I'll actually have to look that up. Oh yeah, if you're ever having trouble finding out the recipes for stuff, as I mentioned in the last video, or the first part of this video, whichever you prefer, you can just look it up at Technic Wiki. Yeah, the Technic Wiki. That's what it's called. Just Google that, and you ought to see it. But anyway, I'll be showing you the arcane bore, which is amazing for mining. It may not be as good as the quarry, but it's a lot more fun. You guys will see. But anyway, I might actually be showing my trip to the Nether just for the fun of it, because it's always fun getting glowstone. But I'll see. But anyway, I'll see you all in the next part. I hope you enjoyed this.